What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers starting five of D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis has been historically great. Like, literally. They are scoring more than 90 points a game as a starting unit, and that is the most since the 1976-77 merger. These five guys on the court have really found their offensive identity. The type of offense we're running with the five out has been very crucial in that. Talking about D'Lo, LeBron, and Rui all shooting over 40%. Austin Reeves has kind of been the guy that's had his struggles, but when he's on and he's shooting 40%, gives you four guys. Anthony Davis has even shown the ability to step out a little bit and knock down threes. From an offensive rating, one of the top in the league, to even three-point percentage, they have been really good. They're like dead last in attempts, though. But just across the board, the Lakers have been fantastic offensively with the starting unit. And the reason I want to highlight the starting unit is because it's affected our bench scoring. Now, a lot of that is because all of our scoring is essentially in the starting unit, but it's also, we have no defensive identity, and that's a problem. Yes, now part of that is you're missing Jared Vanderbilt, Cam Reddish just got back, we're missing Gabe Vincent, like we're missing key defensive pieces, and obviously that is a real question mark, that is a real issue, and how do we integrate those pieces once everyone comes back? Can we find that proper balance? And it's something that I've talked about heavily. But another big point is I'm not so sold on this starting five come the playoffs. Go back and look at all the games that we lost against all the teams that we've lost with this starting five. They've all had multiple guys that can basically beat you off the dribble and score. And yes, you can say, hey, pretty much every team has that. Yes, but I'm talking about like an elite level. Team like the Phoenix Suns, the Denver Nuggets, right? Like teams that have at least two guys, Sacramento Kings, right? That can target Austin Reeves specifically, because everyone's going after Austin Reeves, and Rui Hachimura at the three. Because Rui is very slow-footed. He's not good at fighting through screens and navigating screens. He's not good at moving laterally. Austin Reeves has just basically been an open door. I mean, I don't even think Austin Reeves could defend me right now. He's just not been great in that department on the defensive side of things. So to me, I've talked about heavily just having balance in your lineups, right? And I have advocated that I think Austin Reeves should go to the bench because yes, when Austin Reeves is on, he's great. And look, I like Austin Reeves. I was hyping up Austin Reeves like he was second coming to Michael Jordan in the offseason, right? But he just hasn't been the guy that we expected this season. He hasn't been consistent, and even the defense has dropped dramatically on him, and he's became a liability. Lakers are 7 points better when he's off the court than when he's on it. And unless his offense is cooking and he's just going at it, well, he almost becomes unplayable. But if he was to move to the bench and be in a bench role as like a sixth man, one that balances out our bench scoring, and he can kind of play the role that he's best at, which just being aggressive, being a shooting guard. And then on top of that, you add in a defensive point of attack guy into the starting unit. So now you get a little bit more balance there. And Austin Reeves, if you look up the numbers, it backs it up perfectly. I mean, Austin Reeves is giving you the same stat line, the same type of scoring output when he's on, just he's doing it at a better efficiency rate. And so one of the big questions is like, who do you put in that starting unit? Now, I've talked about maybe when Vando comes back, going with Jared Vanderbilt, kind of going with a big lineup. When you get to the playoffs, you can move Rui to the 4, have LeBron at the 3, because it's like, hey, dude, we're in the playoffs. No time to mess around. And then have Jared Vanderbilt with D'Angelo Russell. Now you got some real size, some real athleticism, some real foot speed out on the perimeter with LeBron and Jared Vanderbilt. Rui Hachimura is nearly 3 rebounds better at the 4 than he is at the 3. You solve a lot of the Lakers' issues. But another option, and this is something this information was posted by Trevor Lane of Lakers Nation. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Trevor Lane and Lakers Nation, but he got this information from Cleaning the Glass, and he said this probably means something. Lakers guard pairings net rating on the season per Cleaning the Glass. D'Lo and Reeves, no Spencer Dinwiddie, minus 1.7. Reeves and Dinwiddie, no D'Lo, a plus 7.9. So basically when Spencer Dinwiddie and Austin Reeves are on the court together without D'Angelo Russell, they're almost 8 points better. But then you look with Austin Reeves on the bench with D'Lo and Spencer Dinwiddie, the Lakers are a plus 20.3. Let me say that one more time. The Los Angeles Lakers are a plus 20.3 when Reeves is on the bench and D'Lo and Spencer Dinwiddie are starting. Or not starting, but out on the court. He also added that, for what it's worth, D'Lo, Reeves, and Dinwiddie lineups, basically the 3-guard lineups, are a plus 4.9. So, tell me again why it doesn't make sense to move Austin Reeves to the bench as the 6th man. I would love an explanation, because I have, throughout the course of this season, highlighted 10 to 15 different reasons and statistics and factual information on why Austin Reeves should be in the 6-man role. Again, the Lakers are better when he's off the court than when he's on the court. The Lakers are better when he is in a bench role, which he played like a quarter of the season so far. And he gives you better efficiency because, 1, he's not going up against starting level guys. 2, he's not being targeted by starting level players. Right? It's just, you get better balance. And he's able to kind of be more aggressive when he's in that bench role. So, now, look, there's a couple things about Spencer Dinwiddie that, look, I love the idea of putting him into a starting unit, him being that point of attack guy, him being out there and being able to be another ball handler when need be, but also be a guy that can play some defense, right? We need that badly, and some athleticism, and can help chase down some loose balls, maybe not give up so many offensive rebounds. But my problem is the Lakers have done a lot of, hey, here's Austin Reeves on ball, right? Where he's the primary ball handler. He's initiating the offense, and it isn't great. Now, he at times can look good, right? Because he can find the open man. You get the little highlight plays, right? Like, look at the game against the Sixers, right? Beautiful behind the back pass right to Rui Hachimura. If you just saw that clip without context, you'd be like, man, look at Reeves. But if you actually saw the full game and that full sequence, Austin Reeves almost turned the ball over. He kind of lucked into that assist. He doesn't handle ball pressure well. So to me, my concern is, and maybe this, when you get Gabe Vincent back, this won't be as much of a problem, but you could do something where Gabe Vincent is your initiator and then Austin Reeves, because my concern is that if Reeves is your primary ball handler, teams are just going to pressure him the entire length of the court, especially come the playoffs, because they know he struggles, right? But if you get a guy like Gabe Vincent, then maybe Gabe Vincent can be kind of the initiator, play off ball as a 3-and-D guy alongside Austin Reeves, and then now Austin Reeves, he can be aggressive and be that just offensive firepower, that offensive threat, that 6th man, right? That's my hope. My concern on the other side, though, with Spencer Dinwiddie is the Lakers love to just, or I keep saying the Lakers, it's really Darvin Ham. Let me correct that. Darvin Ham loves to play Spencer Dinwiddie out of position and loves to have Spencer just basically be a corner spot up 3-and-D guy, which if he's in the starting unit, that's all he's going to be, right? It's just basically a point of attack 3-and-D guy, where if I was the coach, I would run different type of actions, different type of sets to where there are times in the starting unit because D'Lo shoots the basketball so well that D'Lo is playing off ball. Now, look, I have been huge in advocating for D'Lo being on ball. I'm not saying every sequence you do that, but I'm saying you get some pick and roll actions with D'Lo, get some pick and roll actions with Spencer Dinwiddie, whoever. If you get the ball, just go. You don't wait for D'Lo. Don't wait. Spencer, you got the ball, take off. Get us into our sets. Get us into our action. D'Lo's ability to play off ball, that if Spencer at any point is the initiator, D'Lo now always is constantly a threat. To me, that's what I would want to do and see. Spencer's ability to be versatile is, I think, an incredible value, right? Spencer Dinwiddie as a guy that can make plays and pass, but also be a point of attack defensive guy, can get to the basket, right? Imagine if you're running units like in the starting unit where you have D'Lo who's 40+%, Rui who's 40+%, LeBron who's 40+%, all from three. And now you can put the ball in Spencer Dinwiddie's hands, who's got good size, who's got decent strength, who does handle ball pressure well and doesn't turn the ball over as frequently as Austin Reeves or get stuck or trapped and leave his feet or get tunnel vision as much as Austin Reeves does. Now you can have Spencer Dinwiddie be that initiator, have everyone else play off ball, and he can find, just basically drive and kick to the open man. And again, you got three guys out there on the perimeter that are all 40+% three-point shooters. And on top of that, you add in Anthony Davis, who's a constant threat, right? So to me, it would be a no-brainer, right? And again, I'm not saying you don't ever put Spencer Dinwiddie off ball, but to me, you have so much versatility with Spencer. And I hate how Darvin Ham is utilizing Spencer Dinwiddie. It drives me insane. If all we wanted was a spot-up 3-and-D shooter, why not go get a Daniel House? Why not go get a Joe Harris? Joe Harris maybe not so much the D, but still, he's a corner spot-up three-point shooter that's high volume, right? Why did we get somebody that is a versatile combo guard and can even play the three, be a point of attack, has decent athleticism, can be a guy that can be incredibly versatile, that fills a need that the Lakers have had desperately as a playmaker and scorer off the bench? You have him as basically, again, a Daniel House type player. Spencer Dinwiddie even talked about how he's playing a Reggie Bullock role. Made a whole video about it. Go check it out after this video. But those are the kind of things that irk me and drive me crazy. You have a advantage player in Spencer Dinwiddie who is just a basketball player that can do so many versatile things, and instead of properly positioning him and utilizing him, you're failing to do so. And there's a real argument to put him in the starting unit. And yet Darvin Ham is oblivious. Look, I love D'Lo, Reeves, and Rui, right? Rui and D'Lo especially have been phenomenal this year. Austin Reeves has kind of been hot and cold. He'll have like 4 or 5 games where he looks like Austin Reeves and he's great, right? And then he'll have like 4 or 5 games where he's just like struggling, turning the ball over, leaving his feet and stuff. But he's still, when he's on, man, the Lakers are tough. The Lakers are scary. And to me, I just believe that Austin Reeves would be on more because it doesn't matter for him. It's not about starting or being benched. It's the minutes he plays, right? Like, again, he's giving you the same production regardless, but one is better efficiency. One would have a better balanced roster and lineup and rotation, and he's comfortable in that role. It doesn't, like, there's a lot of times where you'll see guys go down to the bench and they actually are worse production, or they struggle more because they're not used to it, right? Austin Reeves is literally better. So why aren't we taking advantages of our strengths and putting players in position to have the most strength and success? It doesn't make it make sense to me, right? Austin Reeves, I'm not saying you bench Austin Reeves and you play him 15 minutes. No, you could play him the usual minutes. But you have a clear, obvious situation with the players and pieces that you have. And it's screaming you in the face. And if I know this information, and if Trevor Lane knows this information, and if you can look this information up, guess what? That means the Lakers and Darvin Ham and the coaching staff have this information and know this information and are tracking this information and yet are failing to utilize this information. And it's maddening. Nobody's mentioned to Darvin Ham, like, hey, buddy, maybe we should, maybe switch things up a little bit here. And look, I get the starting five and their offense. They've been cooking, right? But we have seen now numerous times when the offense isn't working, we're in trouble. We can't stop anybody. We can't. We're basically a team that is trying to outscore you. I mean, even in that Sixers game, that was essentially the case. We had to outscore them. A lot of that was also we turned the ball over 21 times. But my point is that, like, instead of trying to outscore teams every game, if you find a proper balance, if you get, say, a Spencer Dinwiddie in the starting unit. I mean, imagine starting five of D'Lo, Spencer Dinwiddie, Rui, LeBron, and AD. It's the same starting five. It's just with, instead of Austin Reeves, you're adding in a guy who is a better point of attack, better ball handler, better at getting to the rim, is more athletic, is slightly bigger and taller. Again, it makes all the sense in the world to do so. And then if you have a Gabe Vincent back, now you could go with, like, say, a Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves. You could have either Taurean Prince, Jared Vanderbilt, and Jackson Hayes, right? Sprinkle in a little Cam Reddish, sprinkle in a little Max Christie. Boom, there you go. And you can kind of if you need more offense, you can always just, like, let's say Spencer Dinwiddie isn't working offensive. Say you go with D'Lo, Spencer, LeBron, Rui, LeBron, and AD. Right, let's say you go with that five. And let's say the offense just isn't cooking this game. That's fine. Guess what? You know what swapping Dinwiddie with Reeves does. So then you just do that. Right? Like, again, you just call, hey, timeout, which Darvin Ham is allergic to at times, but hey, timeout. We need to get some more offense in. Spence, Reeves, get in there. Try to score. Okay, cool, great. Let's get a little more defense in. Let's get a little more balance. Rui, Vando, you're in. D'Lo, put in Spence. To me, it makes sense. No brainer. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think that, you need to put Spencer Dinwiddie into the starting unit? Do you think, no, go somebody else? I still like the idea of, like, Vanderbilt, right, with the size and athleticism and just defense and stuff. But, like, if you were to move Spencer Dinwiddie into the starting five, I wouldn't complain about that. I'd be totally okay with it. But, again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. That's when you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.